Fox News witnessing more than 500 illegal immigrants coming across the border this morning alone, including this huge single group of 290. This as dozens of migrants arrive from New York City, from Texas this morning, as the surge along the southern border forces fed-up governors to send them north. And here's another problem developing from those buses. The migrants who are in the country illegally threatening to call the cops for help. The New York Post reporting, quote, some of the passengers on the New York-bound bus became upset when the driver announced a change in the itinerary, pleading for hours to make the planned stop. Many had plans to meet relatives or travel from Chattanooga. The state of Texas gave them envelopes with what bus stop they were supposed to get off at. Ultimately, they said the bus did stop in Chattanooga. Man, has this gone off the rails. You know, I was looking today, getting prepared for this, at how we used to deal with illegal immigration. And when the country began, the assumption was that the state governments were going to police their internal territory, and the federal government had almost no authority over this whatsoever. So that's kind of an invention of the courts in the last century. And I just wonder what happens is, you know, you take something that's a federal state responsibility, turn it into a federal responsibility, and then it goes off the rails, and they take the position in Washington that the states can't do anything about it. So is this just, Tammy, let me ask you first, is this just a federal state problem, or is it like progressivism run amok colliding with its various aspirations?
Well, you know, we see progressivism in a certain way now, like with the Squad, and there's, you know, little actors involved in what that is. But clearly this has been a problem for the last 50 years. I mean, we've seen this moving forward, ranging from with even Governor and then President Reagan and promises to build a wall or to secure the southern border, which never occurred. And so you've seen this game back and forth with Democrat and Republican presidents, as many, of course, when it comes to President Bush, the first, know that this has been a problem for a long time. But there is an interest, clearly, at the federal level when it comes to redistricting, how you get power, yes, voting, the nature of the worker framework, the Chamber of Commerce, issues of wages, and also, look, as America, we are a nation of immigrants. So this is not so far off from how we view ourselves, which is welcoming and come over here, and of course we're the great, who wouldn't want to come here? The problem becomes, is, as you've said, it goes off the rails when you've got a bureaucracy so big, it doesn't know how to handle this. And real people's lives are at stake, right? These are, there's some who viewed the migrants as being like children somehow. But these are strong-hearted people, long-time cultures that they have to flee their own home, which is horrible, coming to this nation. These are not babies simply because they're not white. They speak a different language. They come here and often thrive. But now the government has a ceiling of keeping even those individuals down. Americans are being kept down. So it goes off the rail. It is a federal issue because of federal interests. And states, of course, then become overwhelmed because of the other existing economic problems. So everybody loses, and the migrants get pushed off to the side and harmed even more. The sex trafficking, the drug trafficking, the communities, if they end up homeless, this bus issue, it becomes a problem.
I find it dizzying to try to stay on top of this, because during the Obama years, what we heard was the federal government runs this and the states have nothing to say. And then the states all became sanctuaries.
Right.
And we heard that, in fact, I think we have something from Kathy Hochul, the governor of New York, about... Oh, OK. I just did a farm tour upstate New York. They're begging for workers. I walked the streets of Manhattan. I walked the streets of Albany. There's help wanted signs everywhere where they're begging for workers. So now it's all peachy.
Well, first of all, stop paying people to stay home and get Americans back into the workforce. We can start with that to begin with. I disagree with you a little bit, Tammy. I mean, you say that they're strong-hearted people, and some may be, but some may not be. We're not vetting people who come into the country, so we don't know who they are. You have good people, bad people. Some people should get in, some people should not. But when you just have streams of people who come in who aren't vetted, that's a problem for, one, our workforce and our national security. And my frustration, and maybe this goes to your question, Andy, You have states that have no control over the border and who's coming into their state. People are flown in, bussed in, and it's the states that are required to pay for the schools and the hospitals and the housing for migrants who the federal government is allowing into their state. And I think what you now see happening is liberals love this policy, but they don't want migrants in their backyard like we see in New York and D.C. Just like they want to defund the police, but not in their neighborhood. They want to let criminals out of jail, but not in their backyard. They don't want people in their gated communities. So they have policies and philosophies that they think are great for everybody else, but not for themselves. They're hypocrites. And again, secure the border. And again, we are a nation of immigrants, Tammy. Let people in, but we should know who they are. Are they going to work, or are they going to suck off the system?
Can I just say one thing before we go? Kathy Hochul also said in that quote, this is actually good for our economy. And it's so interesting to me that she and Mayor Adams are so at odds on this issue. Apparently, she wants them to come here. Mayor Adams, who called this a sanctuary state, now does not want them to come here because he can't provide them housing. He can't provide them the things he needs. At least that's what he's saying right now. And I agree with you, Sean. Part of the problem you see the help wanted ads and people don't want to be servicers in restaurants and whatnot is not necessarily because we've got a labor problem. It's because people are getting things like in the Inflation Reduction Act, expanded health care. They know if they stay home long enough, the government will help them where they don't have to return to work. That is why this has gone on more than 2 years.
Yeah, I'm glad we're able to solve that.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.